Hello, everyone. This is Darcinovia here, and this is a review on Fall of Reach. Now, I know I've already technically reviewed this, but for me, everything that I read, minus nonfiction and a few other stuff that I don't feel like reviewing at the moment, I am reviewing this purely because, well, I'm currently reading The Flood, and it wouldn't feel right if I didn't review this first, because this is the start of pretty much every person that wants to get into the Halo expanded universe, Fall of Reach. Now, if you want a more detailed review, I'll give you a link to the book club that I did. So, without further ado, I'm going to start talking about Fall of Reach. Now, Fall of Reach was released in the early 2000s before the release of Combat Evolved. And considering this book is almost 20 years old, I'm surprised how well it's held up. Now, one thing I got to make it clear right now. Since I'm not as versed into Halo lore as some of those who have played, Halo, for years, I'm not going to get into the continuity, hiccups with Halo Reach and the Fall of Reach. If you want to hear details about that, again, watch the book club. The Fall of Reach on its own, I think, is a good work of, science fiction. I think independently, it can be enjoyed. If you're not a Halo fan, I do think it can be enjoyed on its own. And honestly, reading it kind of makes you want to play Halo, in my opinion. Though there is The Flood, which is the novelization of Combat Evolved. As far as tie-in books are concerned, I think this book went above and beyond when it didn't need to. I mean, so much stuff was established in this book that is, established currently in the Halo, universe. Such as, various names of characters, the origin of Cortana, organizations like ONI, the detailed, explanation behind the Spartan program, which is greatly expanded upon in later works. The Cole Protocol, which is introduced in here. So much, stuff that, is incorporated in modern Halo would not have existed without the Fall of Reach. In fact, you cannot name a signal source in Halo canon that isn't, connected to the Fall of Reach. Now, that is impressive. And the fact that it's still, despite having some continuity issues with, Halo Reach and maybe a few of the Halo books by Karen Traviss, I personally think this book still is an essential piece of Halo media. If you want to, understand the Halo universe more, but you're not sure where to start, Fall of Reach is where to begin. And from there, you could read, everything else. The reason I recommend Fall of Reach is, as a story of its own, it's really good. It ties into Halo 1, and it does it really well. And it can be enjoyed even if you're not a fan of Halo. And if you're interested in, exploring the Halo universe more, there's books and comics that came out after it. This is the case where I probably think, in my opinion, Halo should be experienced in published order for the most part. The Fall of Reach is something that I think is a really good book, and if you want more details, click in the description below for the book club. Anyway, what do I rate The Fall of Reach? Well, considering the fact that the writer writes good, military sci-fi, at least I've only read one of his books, but what I've read, he writes believable military sci-fi. He's very descriptive, with armor, the way vehicles look, the way, battles are depicted. So if you're looking for a good military sci-fi novel, you can't, go wrong with this one. Not to mention, Fall of Reach also is something that I would recommend pretty much people who aren't that familiar with the Halo series, or who are Halo fans but have never actually ventured outside the video games. Now, something I'm going to have to clear up right now, because there will be some confusion if you haven't gotten into Halo. If you want to read this book, read the latest editions. Like, whatever you see on the market, buy that one, because there is, some stuff that they fixed continuity-wise. The dates were changed, and not to mention it has some bonus material. Not that I don't think any of you are going to go out of your way to get the original editions, but I'm just letting you know there is some differences between, the current editions and the original. Now, if you want more information of what that is, I would just go on, Halo YouTubers that know more than I, or watch the book club about this book. Now, my rating, classic. It's a great work of science fiction. I think it's a great, work in the Halo universe. As far as I know, I haven't read that much into it, but I'm looking forward to reading more. So yeah, next time I review a Halo novel, it's going to be The Flood. So, without further ado, see you guys next time with another video. And next time, I'm going to talk about The Flood. Thank you.